Well, look, I'm lucky to even be live tonight for NXT. There's a match that was official that's scheduled tonight. I seen it on screen just now. Be prepared, folks, because this is going to be a great women's match between Thea Hall and Tatum Paxton. That match is scheduled to happen later on tonight. People on X are saying that Stephanie is supposed to be cutting a promo tonight. I hope Stephanie is on the show tonight. I hope so. I hope she's on it next week, too. I hope she's on it every Tuesday nights. Hopefully, they do not have her drop that NXT Championship to Jordan Grace. NXT needs Stephanie right now. They can do without Julia and Roxanne. They need Stephanie. They need Stephanie more than they need Julia and Roxanne. I'm telling you. Yes, I seen the match between Oba Femi and Charlie. Of course, I predicted that Oba Femi was going to retain. There's no way in hell Charlie was beating Oba Femi. You see how big Oba Femi is? Come on, man. You kidding me? You really think Charlie is going to beat Oba Femi? Give me a fucking break. Seriously. Anyways, I decided that I was gonna do this tonight. I decided that I was gonna go live with an NXT watch along, and here I am. I decided that I can't let my fans, supporters, and audience down tonight with the NXT watch along. I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And speaking of NXT watch along, welcome back to the channel. This is your NXT May the 13th, 2025 watch along results. Of course, as usual, we'll go over the results at the end of the show. NXT is already on a split screen commercial break. This is the second split screen commercial break that I've seen so far on the screen. Yes, while I was live, I watched Charlie versus Oba Femi. We already talked about it. I'm not going to repeat it. I already went over that. I think my audience were confused. I think some of y'all was concerned that I wasn't going to be live for NXT. I had to make it was tough. It was hard for me to make a decision. My mental health has been so bad that it was hard for me to make a decision whether I was going to go live for NXT or not. It took me literally an hour to fucking make a decision, dude. My work day was not a good day, man. It was a mental health day at work today. My mental health had an effect on me this morning while I was at work. And like for the first time ever, I felt it. For the first time ever, I felt it. I felt it taking effect on me before my very own eyes this morning. I told Brandy, I said, I don't want to be here. I told my manager, my general manager, I said, I didn't mean to mention her name, but oh well. If I did, I did. I told my general manager, I said, I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. And you know what? I actually posted on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube that I take full responsibility for not calling out. And that is my fault for not calling out. I should have, and I knew I should have, and I didn't. And I chose to show up instead of calling out. Yes, I know that was my fault. I don't have nobody to blame but myself on that part. But as far as that one batch of chicken coming out bad, man, I told my managers, man, I said, I always change the water and set my flour, man. I've always done that. Literally. All day, I do that all day. Literally have cleaned my tables all day. Inspection man hasn't even showed up yet. Hasn't even showed up since last week. Y'all, overall, this week so far, it's been a rough week for me. Like, I never thought my mental health would take an effect on me like it did this morning. Like, I don't even want to go back to that. I don't even want to go back and talk about it. I felt like a fucking snowman. Like, for the first time ever, I was sitting in that lobby. I felt like a fucking snowman. I felt like that's how you know I was dealing with it, man. I was sitting there just like my hand on my head, on my forehead all day. It was, man. I can't even tell y'all the rest, man. I literally can't even tell y'all the rest. NXT goes off at 10. That's why I said, you know what? Yeah, and the thing about NXT, the issue I have with NXT is that they announced the full card, and that's one of the things that pissed me off about NXT. You have to announce the full card. That's how you get more audience. That's one of the ways you get more audience. You know, you're not gonna get audience by announcing half of the card. You announce half of the card, then you might as well say, what's the point of the WWE fans watching NXT if they don't know the full card? You know what I'm saying? They need to have some common sense, man, when it comes to announcing the card. Monday Night Raw, they have sense. They announce the full card right away because they know we're going to enjoy the show. They know we're going to be invested in the show. They know that we know that it's going to be one of the best Monday Night Raws of the modern day era, or one of the best Monday Night Raws of 2025. But the bottom line is NXT needs to start doing better with announcing the full card, or announcing Yeah, they need to start doing better with announcing matches and segments, man. Because here lately, they just been half-gassed on announcing stuff. They need to start announcing the full card. I don't know how many times I have to say this. From looking at the match card, there was only 2 matches in one segment. Look, there's stacks on screen. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Tony D'Angelo just got distracted, all thanks to stacks. Tony D'Angelo lost because of stacks. You could thank stacks for the reason why Tony D'Angelo lost. Wait a minute. Stacks is at D'Angelo's house? What the fuck? Are you serious? Oh, she's gonna be on the show tonight. I knew better than to say that she wasn't gonna be on the show. What is wrong with me, man? But if she really wasn't gonna be on the show tonight, then I wasn't gonna be live, man. NXT, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not stupid at all. Like, I'm pretty sure they know that I'm a huge fan of Stephanie. I got on Stephanie's merch tonight. I do. I got on Stephanie and Julia's merch. I got on Julia's t-shirt and Stephanie's hoodie merch. Hoodie. What do you guys think of NXT so far, man? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, Oba versus Charlie was just, I mean, to me, it was just like how do I put it? How do I want to explain it? I'm trying to think how I want to explain it. Give me a few minutes. We're going to tune in to NXT as soon as it comes back on from commercial break. But I'm definitely going to go over everything that happened on the show. I'm going to go over the results. I'm going to go over who won and stuff. I'm going to go over all of the results of me versus Charlie Dempsey and Tony D'Angelo. Y'all are ready for NXT Battleground. I mean, can that come soon enough? Like, for real? Let me know if y'all can hear me or not. Yeah, today, so I'm probably not going to be getting happy. Vaping my stress away outside. Vaping my... Sometimes even that doesn't fall. Oh man, I feel like I did in a bad way. I didn't mean for myself to do this. But I didn't mean for it to have an effect on me for me to be this way. I don't think anybody gets it. Like I said, maybe my general manager gets it. I don't think anybody gets it. I've always talked to her about stuff. She's like, you're generally the only one I talk to. I try to talk to different people, but they just be assuming. They just be telling me and assuming that, you know, things are going to get all right. I'm going to get better. Well, first of all, why are you saying that when you don't know that? You don't know whether I'm going to get better or not. You got to wait and see, find out. You can't just sit there and flat out say, oh, well, you're going to get better the next day. Mental health takes fucking time, man, for a lot of people. Literally. Like, for real. Like, real talk, like, mental health is not something to be playing around with. It ain't no joke. I've had this my whole life, and I ain't even realize it until I started dealing with them demons and started having them anger problems and stuff. NXT teasing the return of OTM again. That's their tag team name. Well, NXT is back on, so we're going to go ahead and tune into it. Let's get these views up, man, and hit the thumbs up. We got 1 like on the stream already. That's good news. That's very, very good news. And just in time for Stephanie to come out and cut a promo. So most of the internet wrestling community was right. Stephanie was set to cut a promo tonight. But you know what? NXT didn't tell us that. They didn't announce that. They should have announced that Stephanie was going to be on the show tonight instead of making a last-minute effort to try to tell us. Like, that's the shit I'm talking about right there. That's why I say they need to announce the full card and segment. Doesn't make no sense to make a last-minute effort to tell us now. Like, oh, make shit make sense. That's all I'm saying. They did the Stephanie fans dirty by not. I feel like NXT and management, whoever runs NXT, did Stephanie fans dirty. They did the Stephanie fans dirty by letting them wait and figure out whether Stephanie was going to be on the show or not. Yeah, they really did the Stephanie fans dirty.
And now DNA. And now she wants to ascend the top of NXT.
This is who I came on the show to watch.
Yo te quiero decir algo, Jordan. Y te lo voy a decir en español.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. What the? Come on, Fatal Influence, man. Why y'all got to do her like that? Jasmine is not out. I'm surprised. Maybe Jasmine. Well, Jasmine didn't get released from the company, so maybe Jasmine's going to attack her from behind. Maybe they got a plan.
truly are one of a kind. But you see, that's exactly what's going to make your downfall that much sweeter. And sure, you're the infamous double champion.
I forgot to put this back on the normal background. What was I thinking?
You and Fallon must both know what a great feeling it is to win that championship. Me? I can't relate. But since you did pin Fallon and beat her to win the North American champion, she also beat Julia to become the NXT Women's Champion. So what's your point, JC? My point is that I don't think this is going to last much longer. Well, I agree with you there. You see, NXT is Fatal Influence's world. A world that you definitely don't belong in. And just think about it. Fatal Influence were the ones.
No, they did not say that to her. Stephanie, you better put the beat down on them. Oh, great. Now Jordan Grace is coming out. What does she have to say?
They're the number one contender to the NXT Women's Championship.
Jordan, it better be nice. It better not be negative.
You two can't even get out of each other's way.
Ha!
So how are you out here talking about the NXT Women's Championship? I'm not here to say
Oh, Lord.
I'm here to protect my investment, my opportunity. I am no investment.
You see what I mean? I've destroyed friendships, and in the process, I've flipped this division upside down. And Fatal Influence is out of the past, JC. That was the past. Right, the past. What I was trying to say is you both have collected stamps on your passports. Sure, awesome, whatever. But while you were touring the globe, we were here in NXT holding this women's division down. And now we're the ones that deserve to be at the top of it. And although we usually don't like newbies, I will say, at least Stephanie has taken her opportunities and made them worth it.
Jordan failed last time, and she will fail again.
Stephanie, a lot of growth can be made in a year. I will beat you at Battleground and become NXT Women's Champion. And nothing, especially not Fatal Influence, is going to stop me. So if I have to take care of you two again tonight, I will. And as for you, Stephanie, I'm going to make 100% sure that you make it to Tampa in one piece.
Listen, it doesn't matter who walks out of Battleground with that title. They'll be right for the taking, and Fatal Influence will be the ones to do it.
A lot of truth coming from Fatal Influence as the women's division heats up. Grace, prepare for the NXT Women's title and Battleground.
So, you okay? You're clearly in no shape to be ringside in my match. Well, let's go. Come on.
Listen, bro, I got this. They'll get Charlie the medical. I'm gonna go take care of it.
Yeah, you are.
No one taking the title match.
They are really pushing Miles Bourne. NXT is really high on this guy. Like, literally. 100%, 1,000%. You know what? Since NXT is on commercial break, why don't we go over those two matches that happened earlier right now? Yeah, exactly what I'm going to do. I want to do what I can to try to get more people in here, man. Hit thumbs up, Share the stream to all social media platforms, including you can follow me on at IWNYT. You guys can also follow my Facebook page that I have on there. Of course, its name is IWN, of course. And I'm not talking about my Facebook account. I'm talking about my page. I mean, if you want to add me on Facebook, you can. It's up to you. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, you can. It's up to you. If you want to follow me on TikTok, you can. If you want to follow me on X, you can. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can. You don't have to. But it would be nice. It would be nice. Honestly, I am glad to be live more than ever now that I finally got to see Stephanie on the show tonight. I'm hoping we get to see her again next Tuesday night ahead of NXT Battlegrounds. Yes, Stephanie is on my background on the right. That's her holding up her NXT Women's Championship that she won. That she beat Julia to win. And let's get these views up, man. What is going on? Where is everybody tonight? I know we got, 14 people from X tuned in the live chat tonight. We don't have nobody in the YouTube live chats tonight, man. What in the hell is going on here? Well, I asked for Stephanie to be on the show, and I shall receive. I got what I wished for. I got what I wanted. Stephanie was on the show. I was excited to see her. Woo, señorita bonita. She's always been a pretty lady, though. Let's be honest. What is this? We got Undertaker, Bully Ray, and
This Sunday night,
who are these two?
the finals of LFG. Not just compete, but compete in the Mecca. Wrestle in the Mecca. Wrestle in New York City, in Madison Square Garden. But only one of you gets that NXT contract. Only one of you gets the opportunity to fight, wrestle, compete, entertain, in what I consider the best women's division in the entire wrestling business. And I'm sure the boss will back me up that one of you is going to have a giant bullseye on your back.
You two, fighting it out to see who's gonna come in and make an impact. Phew. Good luck lasting in our locker room. I promise you, if you even think about coming from my spot, I'm gonna make the both of you wish you were on another season of LFG. There you.
Well, whoever wins Sunday, it looks like you got your work cut out for you.
Tony D, can we get it? Shut up. Fuck. Get in the car now. Come on, let's go.
What's up? Where we go?
Go to the safe house when you get the wrist now.
Got it.
You gotta move your ass. Let's go.
Dog racing against time. Well, there's the number one contender.
Yep. Just like that, the storyline between Stacks and Tony D'Angelo continues.
In a matter of moments. WWE is coming to LA on Saturday, June 7th. The Worlds Collide at Kia Forum and Money in the Bank at Intuit Dome. Individual event tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. Want Money in the Bank, premium live event, along with Worlds Collide. The next time NXT has premium live event is Battleground. Miles Warner earned the opportunity to challenge for the NXT Championship Memorial Day Sunday. He is putting that on the line here tonight, right now against Ethan Page. Graves is born brave or a little misguided tonight. Listen, I think Miles Warner is doing exactly what he has to do. This is classic all ego. Ethan Page, to use your words, slithered his way into this opportunity to potentially become number one contender. But if Miles Warner wants to be taken seriously as number one contender, as potentially the next NXT champion.
Never mind, y'all. We'll go over it. We'll go over both of the matches when it goes on commercial again. NXT's already back on. I was supposed to go over both of the matches, but I was on my phone typing something in, trying to tweet out something.
This is going to be Miles Warner's toughest test to date.
And I would say this, Graves, you got to credit Charlie Dempsey to a certain point for wanting to push his teammates. Well, that's such a Miles Warner. Well, like what Booker just said, repeating what Charlie said.
Right.
Charlie Dempsey knows that if you hold the game.
All right, let's turn this up. We can't hear it.
Charlie trains with Miles. Charlie knows him inside and out. We're about to find out what Charlie Dempsey knows.
Who else is live for NXT tonight?
I need to change subjects here on you guys, but I'm a little worried for Rizzo right now with everything going on at the end. This is certainly an ugly situation. You can see the panic in the eyes of the Don. See how this all unfolds, but right now it's about who will enter Battleground.
Man, we got a few YouTube content creators live for NXT tonight. Not all of them, but only a few of them are.
24 others become the number one contender for the NXT Championship last week. Actually eliminated Ethan Page and Sean Spears.
Y'all just now tuning in. Welcome, man. Happening on NXT. 8:52 is Miles Warner versus Ethan Page in one-on-one action. I still feel mental, man. That shit still ain't going away. It's never going to go away because I guess apparently I found out that I was actually born with it. I was actually born with mental health. Oh. And it's associated with my autism. Yeah, but it took effect on me this morning. It took a huge effect on me this morning.
With Battleground on the horizon, you want a star in that position. You want somebody to step up the plate who could knock off Oba. Also, it's been a busy night here. Our general manager has been at work, and we're understanding again.
She's been at work. What? She's been at work announcing half of the freaking match card instead of announcing the full card. Oh my goodness, man.
You just said Ethan Page didn't have anyone. No, Ricky said.
We're getting Stephanie and Jordan Grace versus Fatal Influence. Oh my God. I'm going to get to see Stephanie wrestle again.
Creating a legacy in this business.
I'm going to share my stream to X one more time because I don't think anybody was paying attention. I don't think anybody realizes that I'm live for NXT. I said I wasn't going to let my fans, supporters, and audience down, and now all of my YouTube subscribers and audience are not even in the chat. The only supporters, YouTube audience, and fans that I have in the live chat right now that's tuned in, that's watching, that's listening, are my Twitter X fans, audience, and supporters.
Nobody bombs a beat champion. You gotta go out.
Well, I do have one person in the live chat that's on YouTube that's in my live chat right now. That's it. All right. All righty. We're going to go ahead and go over those two matches that happened earlier in on the show. Let me just pin this comment here in the live chat. Let me know your thoughts on NXT 852 right now. All right, so NXT had started off with no quarter catch crew, right? Yes. So it started off with them. And the NXT champion had a huge power advantage. So it started with no quarter catch crew before Dempsey and Femi's scheduled match. So then the NXT champion had a huge power advantage. Dempsey used his technical ability to prevent the powerhouse from fully dominating the match. And then he tried to keep the big man grounded by focusing on his legs with submissions and other offense. But Femi's energy was too much for him to overcome. He made a comeback, hit a big power bomb to defeat the leader of no quarter catch crew right in front of the number one contender. This was a solid B+ match. It wasn't designed to be one of the best matches of the entire night. Which, honestly, it wasn't going to be anyway. Now, if it was somebody Oba Femi's size, if it's somebody that's Oba Femi's level, yeah, it would have been one of the best matches of the night. But Charlie Dempsey was nowhere near Oba Femi's level. All right. So, this wasn't the best match of the night. But you know what? It made Femi look like a monster, like a beast. It made him look like a dominant NXT champion. Well, he is, but still. But that's basically what it all made him look like. Which isn't that difficult to do with top heels or top baby faces like Oba Femi. You know. I think Oba Femi is an anti-hero. I think he's both heel and babyface as NXT champion. Because he has defended that NXT championship against babyfaces and heels. He has. He's done it against Trick Williams as well. Trick Williams is a heel. Oops, I have to find him my phone. All right, before we turn back into this, already back NXT 852. We have E-Page taking permission on. Well, he was. He's fired up. That other side of Miles. So let's go over Tony D'Angelo versus Wes Lee before we come back into this match between Lauren and Paige. So Lee and D'Angelo's match was up next after Oba Femi versus Charlie, which I went over already. While Lee came into this with some fire, the Don was still looking to take out his anger on someone after being betrayed by Stack. Lee's fast and agility, fast speed, only got him so far until D'Angelo turned the tables. He turned things around and took control. He sent Lee out of the ring into the arms of his friends before taking all three men with a dive over the top rope. Lee tried to use some dirty tactics, like using the ropes for leverage during a pin. Don kept finding ways to survive. Once he was back in control, he started throwing Lee around like a rag doll. Stacks appeared on the big screen to taunt Don and Lee and took advantage of the distraction so he could hit his finisher for the win. Stacks said he was going to pay Adriana Rizzo a visit as Tony D'Angelo tried to recover this match. This was a mid-seed match. It wasn't really all that too great, but you know, it had energy. It was just mid. It was a mid match. It wasn't really that good. It wasn't really that interesting either. And sometimes NXT do use too much predictable booking troops. And I think this is one of the many few matches that was just that. So, all right, tuning back into NXT where we was born on fire right now. And he just beat Ethan Page. Oh my God. Soon as I unmute the screen, just like that, the match is over. Miles Bourne beats Ethan Page. Oh my God. Wow. They are really pushing Miles Bourne, dude. Might as well say Miles Bourne is the biggest top babyface in the NXT Men's division right now. And he should be proud.
From WWE to Evolve to being in that Battle Royal last week. Man, I felt that passion, that NXT passion I've heard so much about. That's honestly the same energy I am trying to bring to Evolve every Wednesday night on Tubi. And you know something? I'm not an NXT superstar, but hell, why not? I'm going to throw this out there. I have nothing to lose. You know the roads I'm traveling on, the indies right now. You've walked in my shoe on this circuit. So, if you want to recreate some of that magic we had in the Battle Royal, Javon, it'd be an honor for me. Just let me know.
Hey, bro. You too big of a star to learn about the Evolve talent from the 80s. Hey, worry about your pickup lines and forget what I'm doing. There you go. Hey, bro, I'm gonna be a down but she called me Poppy. The Riz is natural playboy. By the way, didn't you main event Stand and Deliver? Yeah. The indie boys don't deserve your time, I'm trying to tell you. Bro, you might be cool playing big timer. I don't forget where I came from, man. All right, the indie scene got some dogs. Oh, yeah? And Shaw Legacy is one of them. Man, I ain't trying to hear all that. But honestly, I'll smoke both of y'all for real. Smoke. I like to see that. Yeah, that's right. I'd like to see that. You know, unlike Ethan, I'm not one to cut somebody down and stop them from an opportunity. So how about this? How about I go talk to Ava and the winner can maybe see me on the other side of Battleground? Now that's something worth entertaining.
The Survivor Series 1996, you actually
Javon Evans didn't even ask for the match.
rafters.
And now Ricky Saints is going to make this match official for next week.
Wings.
Maybe. Either for next week or for tonight.
Angel of Darkness.
I was an angel of something.
It wasn't darkness.
Oh, I wish it had been darker.
Javon Evans is definitely winning. Ashanti's
It was
losing.
more disappointing than it was anything.
Gonna be jobbing
because
again.
I really envisioned this to be a really cool way to enter the garden.
Here's the outlay. Here's the Undertaker looking man. He's descending from above. Stephanie's Places is available to watch now on ESPN Plus. Also available on Hulu and Disney Plus. Episode 8 comes out tomorrow featuring The Undertaker.
I'm a grown-ass woman.
Oh, there it is.
She's all grown up and ready for a fight. This matchup is presented by Progressive. Be in Hell in Action against Tate Paxley. Live next, right here on NXT.
Things were already so difficult.
The
for
Hall
my
versus
mom.
Tatum.
She was diagnosed with
Paxley
Alzheimer's.
next.
Then she developed agitation that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's.
Something tells me Tatum Paxley's losing tonight. You know, remember when I said they dropped the ball on Blair Davenport? I feel like they dropped the ball on releasing Gigi Dolan too. Like, they really did. Like, I'm not even lying. Oh, man. I didn't get that much audience tonight for this show because I didn't make a last minute decision. The show wasn't even on yet when I made the decision.
put a lot of people in a safe house for you. You always told me, think like the Don. Well, now I am. I think I'm gonna go pay Rizzo with this. Listen, go get the rest of the boys, all right? You got it, boss. Run! Run! Don't move, T. As your underboss, I studied you. I know every move you're gonna make. Now look at you. A desperate Don with no family, no best friend, no direction. Oh. You're not the only one here with stroke. I humiliated you at Stand and Deliver by choice. Look at me. At Battleground, I finished the Don and put an end to the D'Angelo family once and for all. You're not any different from the Don earlier tonight, but your head's not in the right place. The ring is a better place to be. Download Monopoly Go and play the new Star Wars event today. I gotta agree with what Corey just said. But nothing to take away from these two women that are getting ready to do battle, but Cody Hendry's head is not in the right place to Stacks.
No, Stacks is one step ahead right there.
To peer into this ring. Tatum Maxey certainly has had herself a few good cries. And I mean, does your heart even go out the way to Maxey, or is it just been this season? Well, it's understandable. How long circumstances around her career recently. It's a sad thing to mention. That's the situation. She's left to stand on her own 2 feet. We'll have to see how she fares.
Damn, she over there yelling and stuff.
To this matchup, looking for a submission. Thea Hale says she is here to take what is first. And it starts maybe again here tonight. Maxey shifting weight, shoulders down, and a kick out still to come. TNA Championship contract signing here on NXT. As this matchup continuing, the pace starting to pick up with Thea Hale. Square in the gut.
Dang.
Nasty right there. By Tatum Maxey.
Look at maybe Thea shouldn't walk through that doorway.
I'll tell you something, Thea Hill's got her hands full right there with Tatum.
You can say that, man. Lost friends, lost a teammate, watching her best friend fly high on Raw. Congratulations, by the way, to our defending that Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch at Backlash. As Thea Hale still in control of this matchup, and well, there is Jada Parker getting a good look at this matchup. They're going to cover up the insecurity and kick out. That's because Thea Hale stuck her nose in business where it didn't belong. Look, I'm sure you saw that Thea Hale.
I hear thunder outside.
I heard you say, oh, wait a minute. Shoulders down in another near fall. This matchup between these two women, of course, as I start to think about the women's division, get after Battleground. The question that comes I can't answer at this moment because, again, we talk how stacked the roster is right now, how wide open it is for all intents and purposes. And that innovative offense and another near fall through May 27, where NXT is live in Tampa on a Tuesday, will be interesting to see. Is she screaming those? I don't know. I can't hear her. You couldn't see her with her mouth open. Are you not watching the one where this thing hits and I do? All I hear is your mouth flap. Exactly. Oh, now you're sure on the same page. Interesting. Big headbutt over by Paxley, who comes back in. And another nice counter this time by Thea Hale. And Hale, whoa! Get down onto that elbow of Tatum, Paxley for Thea Hill right now, boy. She knows a thing or two about heartbreak. Think about Chase U.
What are you talking about? Let me tell you something. I feel like Thea Hill is one of my favorite very honest. I'm not a winning school or anything like that. But the hell with Chase U.
I figured you were going to go down. We're thinking about scrolling about who you've been teaching. LFG finals this Sunday. Look at that coaching experience.
The man that moans to get ready to go out there and do work for a team 5 times. We're taking the whole thing. We win it. We can't lose. You shoot us, but you can't kill us.
Paxley looking to maybe pick up a victory here against Thea Hale. Front face lock counter. And now look at Thea. Thea who's yet Kimura to win so many matches in her early part of her career. Sets her return, looking for another submission. This time Tatum very close to that bottom rope.
Yeah, I would also spent a little time at MQCC Fight Club as well, and I'm gonna tell you right there, get her a hell of a good.
Who's on?
Yeah.
Thea Hale certainly has learned a thing or two. So has Paxley's shoulders down, near fall. And Tatum certainly has grown, and to your point, has probably grown even more since leaving Chase University. There's the 51-50. Nice takedown for Thea. And Thea one more time trying to lock into Kimura. 6'10", center of the ring. Tatum maybe looking to tap. Far away, nowhere to go for Paxley. Thea continuing to squeeze. Weird look on the face of the eye of Tatum, and yes, and Paxley's lost it. She's trying to take Thea's eye to herself for the disqualification. Thea! Hey! Paxley certainly brave to your point. He's lost it. She's come unglued. He's trying to rip the eye out of Thea. Yeah, we're going to need more than just one official down here. The hell has gotten in to Tatum Paxley?
Sepia, that's exactly what you get when you try to play Captain
Are
Save.
you seeing Soul or
I know you. They're right there. Oh, I'm not listening to any of y'all bitching. Y'all are just like Thea Hill.
Anyways, Zara, what the hell was that last week spearing me through a barricade? You threatened? Or are you just jealous that Soul caught me?
Look, Kalani, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen, but jealous, like, what are you talking about? We don't need to apologize to her. Kalani, I pinned you 1, 2, 3. Bitch, all you want, spear through the barricade or not, we run it back, the results don't change.
Let's run it back then, next week. And when I beat you, I get a shot at Soul's North American title at Battleground.
Yeah, alright. Fine by me. Huh? Look. Why are you looking at me like that? What do you mean?
Well, this is going to be a huge moment. It's on the horizon. Trick, Hendry are going to sit down and sign the contract for their TNA Championship match.
I want to see our 4 finalists show up and show out.
On the season finale of LFG.
Only one woman and only one man will move on, and that's the one man and one woman who steals the show.
WWE Superstar Sunday. Season finale Sunday at 8. Only on A&E. Watch next day on the A&E app.
Tonight's episode of NXT is presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you buy motorcycle insurance.
Well. Contract signing is finally next. That dog looking like, why are you petting me? I don't want your dirty hands on me. I can't tell if NXT's been a solid show or a mid show. Like I said, my mental health, man. Just one of the two, though. Because that damn sure ain't a terrible show tonight. It ain't been that bad. That bad enough for me to say, oh, this show fucking sucks, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, the show was solid in the beginning. I think in the middle is just where it went to being big. Yep, NXT's back on.
How about this breaking news from our general manager at Battleground? It's now official. The Don, the underboss, battle lines have indeed been drawn. They will fight it out at Battleground. And a rivalry that has crossed boundaries comes to a history-making head 1 week from Sunday as TNA World Champion Joe Hendry defends against NXT's own Trick Williams in a match that we will make official right now.
Thank you both for being here for this historic Battleground contract signing.
Here we go.
For the first time on a WWE PLE, the TNA World Championship is going to be on the line. A brand that just celebrated 23 years, and a title that's been held by the likes of AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, LA Knight, and Bubba Ray Dudley. And it all happened at Battleground.
You did this to yourself, Joe. You took my opportunity at what meant the most to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take what means the most to you. And that's that TNA title. You should have stayed in your sweet spot, where you was getting your flowers, where you was the man at TNA. But next Sunday, we're going to Battleground. And that's my house. Well, if anyone should know about breaking out, taking risks, having the confidence to do more, to be more, it's you. But somewhere along the way, you forgot about that. Instead, bitching about what you deserve or what you should have handed. You ran on him and drew a 3-minute ass open.
I don't care who did what. Security is right outside that door. Do not make me call them in here. Sit down, both of you, and sign this.
But TNA is the hottest it's been in years. That's because every morning I wake up and my goal is to make this the biggest brand it can possibly be. And that means me as the champion. I'm defending this against TNA wrestlers, NXT superstars, and I'm putting them down. Do you understand that next Sunday, the TNA World Championship will be on the line on a WWE PLE? Do you understand how big that is? Of course I know, Joe, because I'm in the match. This match will be historic because of me. And there's something you need to realize, Joe. You are a social media sensation. Trick Williams is bigger than NXT. I'm bigger than TNA. Hell, I'm bigger than both of them combined. Damn it, I'm Hollywood Trick. Now, I don't have to tear you down or mess with what you believe. Because the truth is, every man has his 15 minutes of fame. Except Trick Williams. Next Sunday, I'm going to take your fame. I'm going to take your title. Then I'm going to take your brand.
Trick, enough.
Appreciate it, babe. Well, no one is more confident than Trick Williams. Let's talk about it. It's on the outside, though. Yes, you main evented Stand and Deliver back-to-back years, so maybe this isn't the biggest match of your career. But it is the most important. Because you're at crossroads. There's no pathway for you back to the NXT Championship, and after I beat you for this, well, then the TNA World title goes away as well. And then the #1 superstar has no pathway to gold. And that's when the doubt creeps in, and you find out that as fast as your star rose to the top, it could come crashing back down. So if anyone is going to find out what it's like for their 15 minutes of fame to expire, it's Trick Williams.
Dang.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Touch, Denise.
Dang. He just put Trick down. I wonder if Trick Williams has a plan at NXT Battleground. That was great, actually. That was a great contract sign. I really enjoyed that. That's one of the less things I enjoyed on here. That was really great. Oh, come on. Yep, that's Thunder. It's thundering outside. Oh, hey. I wasn't trying to click on that. It's thundering and this. NXT's back on.
I didn't want him to leave. That was my brother. He took care of me when I was in Japan. You guys know how happy I was when he came to NXT. Look, I got pissed off because we kept losing and losing and losing, but I just wish I didn't push him away. Hello. Whatever you need, anytime got you, bro. For real. Thanks, guys. You don't appreciate what you have until it's gone. Maybe if you did appreciate things, Josh, your best friend would still be here. Bro, I'm not trying to hear from you right now. I'm talking about us, not Inamura, him too. Spears, not the time, man. Briggs, when it comes to relationships, you're a cancer. And we should probably change that before it consumes you, and you have no choice but to explode. Bro, I have a lot on my mind right now. I don't need your wisdom. I do got a really good idea on how to clear my head.
Both of you texted me like 50 times. What's going on?
Ava, Chase you is back, and it's time to get the ball rolling. You know
I fear that I don't. Look, Ava, what he's trying to say, opponents are, where they're from, what they do. What we're trying to do is put two to a match. You know what? I think you guys are ready. Next week, you can have your debut tag team match. Chase, not the fit, it's serving.
Thank you very much. So, what's going on? We just got first ever tag match next Tuesday. Who are opponents?
A returning LTM.
Guys, what the?
Next Tuesday, a can't miss night. Watch the NXT Universe.
Say his name and he appears.
With Joe Hendry live in concert. I can feel the buzz in the air. And for the first time ever, a rap performance by Trick Williams. I'm 1-1, but talk about it. It all goes down next Tuesday on NXT.
Well, not only that, but they will run it back next week. This time, if Kalani wins, she'll face Soul for the Women's North American title at Battleground. Azaria stand victorious for her partner once more.
They just had this match last week. Again? They had it last week, man. What?
Implications as Javon Evans battled evolved standout Sean Legacy and Ashanti the Adonis in a triple threat match. Well, right now, guys, it is main event time on NXT.
Yep, indeed it is, unfortunately. Just kidding. It's main event time. Tune in, folks.
To get to the point where she has finally earned a one-on-one opportunity for the NXT Women's Championship. She isn't going to let anything get in the way of that, particularly not fair lip. Well, in Tampa at Battleground, she will have the opportunity to call herself NXT Women's Champion, which goes one-on-one with her partner here tonight. You're telling us to calm down? Particularly, he was looking at us and said, calm down.
Please, guys.
I'll just skip over to Graves then. Graves, in your 5 months here on NXT, what has stood out the most about the NXT Women's Champion? The fact that Stephanie McMahon has never backed down from a challenge. In fact, she rarely bats an eyelash. It's like Stephanie was custom built for this industry, which is why she sits.
Booker T, please, all I gotta tell you is do not say nothing negative. Get my daughter is on watching the match. Find out to go to Booker T. That's just wrong. What, you ever talk about that? Jeez. That is not something you should be on about in public, on a public commentary. In public commentary, really?
She never needs additional motivation. This woman shows up to work her heart out night after night. Look at this athleticism. Oh, baby. It just got chopped by Fallon and Hendry. And it's time to look at tonight's NXT recap presented by Progressive. You can never discount Fallon and Hendry, former North American champion. And right, JCJ and Fallon have run things around here.
Damn, they are nasty.
Julia Alomina, last night, women's division main event yet again here in the WWE. And Booker, maybe Fatal Influence should focus on winning, not winning.
Well, I tell you this, if this is Fallon and they lost that
Maybe they cover up the Super Bowl.
Lost that North American Championship, there's a little bit of friction. Off being there for a bit, but I think they can get it back with a head tonight. Let me tell you, right all wrongs with a victory.
We're going around this time.
All wrong with a victory.
Very close over the town. I think we're right back. Overall is the care. Shoulders down. One more time. Another kick out. And whoa, spinning around. Maybe trying to get a little bit of a bridge. And another near fall. You can see tension.
Better move, referee. She almost got on you there. Uh-oh. Booker T, get your mind out together, bro. I know what you're fucking thinking, man. Yeah, Becker said, no. You got a wife. You can't be yeah. She gotta do that.
Just taking out Jane, coming right back in, hitting code breaker into a senton, but Jane in control. Just understand the magnitude of the situation. The tensions are running extremely high. No leeway for superstars. Where did I see them?
It's just one side of the step to the crew right there.
Hands out for a tag.
One side of the victory. I just saw it.
JCJ pulling down Grace, but there could make the tag. Answer back with the juggernaut. Just dropped the arcade.
The pro.
And now just dropped Jordan Grace. Fatal Influence taking over this matchup. Now, only pleading your case for a moment, just saw that spot open up, and then From the outside to the inside, fatal influence rolling in this matchup.
I'll be right back, y'all. Don't go anywhere. All right, y'all, I'm back. I don't rewind it because I know it went on a split screen commercial break.
I made the decision to move here.
I'm gonna be eating my food, so I'm gonna try not to smack while we eat.
I watch my back from now on.
Finally gonna meet Cal's parents.
Now he wants to talk.
I don't want to hear all this. What is this? There we go. Try to turn the volume on to where y'all can't hear that.
The woman she'll meet at Battleground. That's the NXT Women's Champion. Stephanie McCare, who just got dropped into the cover in a near fall.
That's looking right there by the rock star. JCJ looking for the coup d'etat.
All the way just to the top. Kick to the face. And JCJ with a point to prove tonight. As she said earlier, she doesn't know much about singles championship, but if she can beat Stephanie McCare, if she can be the one to pin the women's champion on the other side of Battleground, she needs to be in the conversation.
Who built this damn house? You're looking at him right here. JCJ. Give us a credit.
As I said, if she won and pinned the champion, she should be a championship. What do you want me to say, Booker? Here's right now McCare. Oh, my word. What do you want to say about JCJ right now?
Oh, damn!
It's a big moment for JCJ.
A big moment for Stephanie McCare. Has a long way to go to tag her partner, Jordan Grace. And it could be a big moment in the matchup if Grace is able to get back in to the squared circle. Reaching out, trying to make the tag. Able to do it. In comes Fallon Henley. In comes the juggernaut. That we heard from McCare and Grace earlier. We see that there is a healthy respect between champion and challenger. And Jordan Grace turning it into a one-woman wrecking crew. Grace who beat Julie last week and become the #1 contender. He's picking up where she left off in the main event again this week. First big spine buster, following it up. Bam! Jordan Grace right now, followed up with a big forearm into the face, falling into the cover. And JC Jane, she just was able to break that up. And that was close. Look at Stephanie McCare on the far side of the ring. She hasn't even pulled herself back to her feet. Jordan Grace right now has to realize maybe for the next few minutes she's going to be going at this by herself. And I think that's just what she likes. Having McCare on the outside, as you pointed out earlier, Grace, the champion on the outside, she's still guaranteeing herself an opportunity at Battleground. What is Fallon Henley looking for here? Fantastic! Suplex out of the corner. Grace right now looking for the monitor. She right now has pain etched on her face. Fallon Henley looking for the victory. And no one can question the moxie or the confidence of Fatal Influence.
Fatal Influence right now, they're looking real good. The question is, can they pull it off? It's a pivotal match you can vote.
There is re-entered the chat. All 4 women now throwing hands mid-ring. Oh, another big monkey. McCare got locked. Take it out. He was found to a DDT. Another super kick.
Fatal Influence on top of the game here tonight, guys.
Chemistry is the difference maker in this instance. Fatal Influence are a team. And you also have to say, they called their shot earlier tonight, and they're making the most of it. Jordan took the bullet. Jordan took the bullet. Sacrificed herself into the cover and a kick out. Wow. Grace said McCare was the investment. She's trying to protect Stephanie. She wants that championship match, but man, she is throwing herself literally to the wolves. Big kick on the outside and rocking the champion. McCare's hurt. Jason Jane knows that Fallon Henley looking to capitalize. In ring with Jordan Grace in position. Able to counter for the moment is Grace. Big headbutt takes down Fallon. Back fist just locked Jane. And now entering into beast mode. Fatal Influence suffers the fatal blow. The NXT Women's Champion, Stephanie McCare, and Jordan Grace. She said she was going to protect her investment, and she certainly did that. Did the juggernaut. When it was the Bear who proclaimed, when an unstoppable force meets the devil will always win. Right, let's go back to some of the action in this match.
Yeah, she didn't shake Jordan Grace's hand. I can't say I don't blame her.
To obtain the advantage. Fallon Henley even taking it high risk, understanding that the stakes were extremely high for both teams. But his fatal influence, here we take another look. Jordan Grace taking the bullet for the champion, pushing McCarron out of harm's way, keeping the matchup alive. And then the juggernaut would unleash beast mode at the expense of JCJ. And still the #1 contender with her sights set on her tag marker's goal. Well, let's gear up for what's going to take place in Tampa on Sunday, May 25th. Because the NXT Women's Championship.
Stephanie is not taking her eyes off her. She is staring a hole right through Jordan Grace.
Ultimate betrayal. The underboss wants to become the Don. Tony D'Angelo goes one-on-one with Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Personal is an understatement in Tampa. Let's go. So what's going to take place next week? Well, this is the main event before we get to next week. Oba Femi, the ruler, defends his NXT title and his kingdom against the underdog, Miles Bourne of No Quarter Catch Crew. Miles Bourne, who tonight was able to hold on. How about this for history? For the first time ever, the TNA Championship will be defended on a WWE Premium Live event. TNA champ Joe Hendry looks to try to make a believer out of Trick Williams. Well, get ready, Tampa. Tickets are on sale now. Memorial Day weekend. You don't want to miss the Dark Angel defending against the Juggernaut. It's the NXT Women's Championship on the line at Battleground. And I don't believe there will be many friends after what takes place in Tampa. So we should soak in this moment as we have. Well, what's going on? Apparently something's going on right now in the locker room, guys. Excuse me, it's outside. What's going on? Let's go. Get out of here, Ethan. That's enough. You okay? I'm like, keep it. Hey, we need some medical over here.
What the hell?
Wasn't done yet with Ricky Saints. But as we focus on those two, we refocus on these two.
How the hell did she get there that fast? How the hell did Stephanie get there that fast?
Can the Dark Angel retain, or can the Juggernaut do what she said she came here to do? Be the best woman in the world and be the NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah, the showers, they're not done with us just yet, but the bigger story is how hot it's going to get. All the details.
Major.
I'll be right back, y'all. As soon as I come back, we'll go over the NXT results. Coming out of NXT 852. Don't go anywhere. I got to finish eating my food first, too. All right, y'all, I'm back. It is time to go over your short WWE NXT made it 13th, 2025 results, thoughts, and overall grades in my own words, in my own opinion. So, match results. Obviously, Oba Femi a sidewalk slam and powerbomb to Dempsey. The match showed Femi's dominance, but Dempsey's determination to become NXT champion. Wes Lee won after hitting a cardiac kick on Tony D'Angelo despite interference from Tyson, Tyreek, and Chang Stacks Lorenzo's appearance on the Titantron distracted Tony D'Angelo, allowing Lee to take advantage. So, moving on to Miles Bourne versus Ethan Page. Miles Bourne wins after escaping Page's Ego's Edge attempt and hitting a dropkick. He retained his number one contender spot for the NXT Championship. So then we had got Thea Hall versus Tatum Paxley. Thea Hall won by disqualification after Paxley raked her eyes repeatedly. Paxley's aggression got the best of her too, and Hale's technical skills were impressive. Now, as far as Stephanie versus Jordan Grace as far as Stephanie and Jordan Grace, because they teamed up against Fallon Henley and JC James. As far as that tag team main event match goes, the promo segment before the tag team match showcased the tension and rivalry between these women's wrestling teams. But this was all about the Stephanie Jordan Grace feud, really, and the breakup storyline of Fatal Influence. Apparently, Fatal Influence is breaking up. I think WWE's trying to break them up. Fallon Henley and JC Jane within the Fatal Influence is not getting along. Why do you think Jasmine ain't been showing up? But anyways, I kind of feel bad for Jasmine because she's been lost on the shelf, and they really hasn't been really booking her in matches much. They haven't been using her on TV that much. Now, my thoughts on the matches and the feuds and everything else. The matches were intense and showcased the wrestler's skills. Like I said, Oba Femi's dominance in the non-title match against Charlie Dempsey pretty much demonstrated his strength as NXT champion. Wes Lee's win over Tony D'Angelo highlighted the ongoing feud between the family and their rivals. Like I said the first time, and I'm going to say it again. This will be the last time I say it. Miles Bourne's victory over Ethan Page solidified his position as number one contender for the NXT champion. Now, here we go with my overall grade for the show. here's my final word for the show. So, this week's NXT episode made significant strides in advancing various storylines and setting the stage for the rivals. Although the in-ring action was somewhat lacking, as y'all can hear, it is raining outside, and it was lightning outside too when I went and took out the trash to the front. But the show's standard match count was present. Yes, I'm not joking. It was. The majority of bouts were either overly predictable or failed to meet the high standards NXT has pretty much established, given NXT's proven ability to effectively, I should say, pair wrestlers. It's noticeable when the show doesn't quite meet expectations with additional time. Matches like Dempsey versus Femi and Page versus Bourne could have been more engaging, in my opinion. That's why earlier I was trying to say that either this show is going to deliver as a solid B+ show or a mid C+ show. This felt like a mid C+ show tonight. This definitely felt like a mid show. No question about it. And I can honestly say that I've wasted my time going live with the NXT watch along tonight. But you know what? I had every reason to go live because because I was not told that Stephanie was going to be cutting a promo on the show tonight. I saw it until I saw it on X. Everybody tweeting out saying that Stephanie is set to cut a promo on the show tonight. Well, why didn't NXT announce that before the show went on the air? Why would they want to announce that during the show? Like, if they did, then that doesn't make sense. That's dumb. That's disrespectful to the Stephanie fans. That, you know, in my opinion, I feel like NXT ripped the Stephanie fans by letting them figure it out, by having them wait to see whether Stephanie's going to appear or not. No, we want to know whether she's going to be on the fucking show or not. We don't want to know at the last freaking minute, you know? I mean, no homo, though. No disrespect towards NXT or nothing, but, like, you have got to start announcing the full card, man. You cannot be announcing 2 or 3 matches in segments. It don't make sense. It don't go that way. You got to announce the full card. I don't know if it's Ava that's doing this. I don't know. Whoever is doing this, man, hear me out. Announce the full card every week. It will help all the wrestling YouTube content creators that go live with the watch-alongs for NXT. It will help the WWE fans. It will get them up to date and know that, hey, this match is going to happen tonight. My favorite superstar is going to be on the show. I can't wait for this show to happen or that show to happen. I can't wait for this match to happen. I can't wait to see this interesting segment. You know what I mean? We got to know the full card, man. They need to do like Monday Night Raw. Announce the full fucking card. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I don't have no other issue than them not announcing the full card. I mean, the commentary's gotten somewhat better, but like, I wish they would have changed it though. I wish they would change the NXT commentary. We need new NXT commentators, man. We really do. I think we can. Most of us can honestly say that we're getting tired of hearing Vince and Booker T on commentary all the time. I think it's time for new commentators. That's why Corey Graves is put on there to make the commentary more interesting, to try to help Vince and Booker T improve their commentary. I think that's why they got put on there in the first place. I think WWE was hearing me when I said there needs to be a change to the NXT commentary, and we had got our wish by having Corey Graves be put on NXT commentary to help them out, to help them improve. And I think that was a great move to put Corey Graves on commentary for NXT, because Booker T and Vince Joseph need some practice on commentary. They really do. I mean, they be sounding terrible most of the time. They really do. I can tell they trying. I can tell Booker T and Vince Joseph are trying to keep the people watching NXT and making people laugh and entertaining. I can tell they're trying, but they're not trying hard. They're not trying hard enough on commentary. They're just not. And I really feel like their commentary is dragging a lot of the fans away from watching NXT. From some of the things they say to just stuff that just don't make sense. That just is sometimes uncalled for. Sometimes some of the stuff we just don't want to hear, that we shouldn't have to hear on commentary. You know what I mean? I really need WWE to make a change to the NXT commentary sooner rather than later. Have Corey Graves as the main commentator for NXT, and have somebody with him that's going to do like Pat McAfee and Michael Cole on commentary. Have somebody that's going to be just like Pat McAfee and Michael Cole do commentary at Corey Graves for NXT. That's all they need to do. That's it. You have Corey Graves and that person, and whoever that person is, that's going to be with Corey Graves, whoever this new commentator is going to be. I would just love to have fresh new commentary on NXT, man. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude on me. I just get tired of hearing them all the time. I'm ready for new commentators on NXT. It's time to make a change to the commentary team. If I could think of a time to change it, I think the time would be now. I've been saying it for months, and they still ain't made a change to the commentary team. They just randomly added Corey Graves to the commentary to try to get Vince Joseph and Booker T to improve their commentary. I think that's why they put them on there in the first place, to try to make the commentary even more interesting. Because a lot of people have been complaining about the commentary, even the JD fans. Some of the JD fans, JD Off the Script podcast, or some of his fans have been complaining about commentary, saying how terrible commentary is, and I agree. Like there needs to be a change to that commentary. I'm telling you, the commentary is is the issue. It's one of the issues of NXT. Another one of the issues is them not announcing the full card for the show. They only announced 3 things, and that's it. There's more than 3 things that take place on the show. It's 2 hours. There's at least 5 things that takes place on the show. There's at least 3 matches, 2 segments. In a video package, at least. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm not even trying to sound rude or sound like I'm complaining. I'm just speaking my truth. I'm just saying what I feel like needs to be changed, The bottom line, that commentary needs some change, for real. We need new commentators on NXT. Keep Corey Graves on there. We need new commentators on NXT. That will make it even more better. We want commentators that's going to be just like Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, or even better than Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, maybe. Ain't even Corey Graves. The only commentator I love listening to on NXT is Corey Graves. Corey Graves sounds fantastic on commentary. He really does. That is the kind of commentator that NXT needs. And I think Corey Graves realized that now. At first, when he got put on there, he didn't understand it. He was unhappy. But then when he started seeing all those tweets on X saying that he should have been on the NXT commentary since day one, I think he realized that everybody really likes him and wants him on NXT commentary. Wants him on the NXT commentary than they do with him. Than they do putting him on SmackDown or Raw commentary. I think they'd rather listen to him on NXT commentary than Monday Night Raw and SmackDown commentary. I don't know why, but he sounds better on there. He makes the commentary on NXT better. I feel like Booker T and Vince Joseph just makes the commentary worse, man. Like they really do. I don't know if they haven't looked themselves in the mirror and realize it, but I'm pretty sure at some point they'll come to a realization. But I'm just saying, I got people coming at me with comments. Oh, well, you don't like their commentary, they don't listen to it. Make a change to it. Change the commentary. You change the commentary, I wouldn't be freaking saying bad things about it. I wouldn't be saying bad things about the commentary. If they change it, there wouldn't be no more complaints from people online about how terrible Booker T bitch and Jones commentary is. I'm not gonna lie, Booker T had me laughing tonight. He thought Stephanie was gonna do that thing that she does in the ring. I was like, man, get your mind out of the gutter, man. Seriously. How would he like it if he sees his wife in there doing that? How much you want to bet Booker T would like it even better if if his wife was doing that in the ring? If his wife was wrestling it, if he happened to see her doing that, I think he'd get a freaking I think he'd get really excited and really fired up and intense if he would have saw his wife doing that move that Stephanie does better than Charlotte Flair. No disrespect to the android. Android 18 Flair. That android. What is it going to be this time? What is it going to be this time? Politicking her way into beating Jade Cargill. I'm going to beat Jade Cargill and expose Jade for what she is. Let me stop. Let me stop, man, before I go too far. But the main event featuring top talent was definitely the clear highlight of the show, in my opinion. That was the best match of the entire night, believe it or not, whether y'all like it or not. Main event, best match of the entire night, all because of one person. All because of one person. You want to know who that one person is? As much as I love to go on a date with her, as much as I would want to meet her in person at a WWE live event, Miss Señorita Bonita, the very first Primera, the Dark Angel, Stephanie. She's the only reason why the match was the best match of Ohio. She was the only reason why that tag team main event match, the best match of the entire night. Just because she is so good. She is so good at putting people over. Hell, she's even good at putting herself over. Her gimmick is great. Her character is great. Her name is great. Her ring skills are great. She can cut a promo in English. And she's gotten a lot better on it. I don't know why people are always shitting on her English promos, man. Her English promos are not even bad, dude. Like, even Julia's English promos are not bad. Like, I don't understand the hate that Stephanie and Julia gets when it comes to them cutting promos, man. Like, how would you like it? How the fuck would you like it if Stephanie and Julia said some bad things about you cutting your promo? How would you like it if Stephanie and Julia would have picked on your promos But to pick on you and say, oh, he can't cut a promo. He can't speak English cutting a promo. He can only speak Argentina or freaking Polish or Russian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He can only speak Americano or Dominicana on the mic. Or he can only speak Mexicana on the mic. Or even Africana on the mic. Seriously. Stephanie and Julia are great promo cutters. They can cut a promo not only in English, but in Spanish as well. Julia can cut a promo in Spanish, but mainly in Japanese and Italy. I would love to hear Julia cut a promo in Italy language. I'm sure WWE has a WWE Italy page. I'm sure. They had an Italian WWE page. Just like they got a WWE Dutch page, a WWE French page, WWE Espanol page on Instagram and Facebook, and all various of other social media platforms. There's even a WWE UK page on Instagram. New Zealand. Oh. Speaking of countries, man, that's a lot of countries that anybody could travel to. Donald Trump being president now, I don't think anybody could travel any freaking where. As long as he's still president anyway. Which he is still. But the main event was definitely the best match of the highlight, in my opinion. NXT's rapid integration of Grace, Stephanie's continued strong performances, the cohesive partnership of Jane and Hendry were also notable. For those with limited viewing time, the main event is the recommended match from this week's episode of NXT. Just that match. Everything else, not recommended. Bingo, I'm done. Thank y'all for tuning in to my NXT May the 13th, 2025 watch along and results. If you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments when the stream gets posted. I got to go ahead and take this copyright out from my Monday Night Raw watch along and results live stream so that way everybody can view it and listen to it. That way the views can go up for that. Because if it's a copyright on there, the views are not going to go up. It's going to block, it's going to block my live stream from all countries from seeing it. So all the people in that country can't see it because it's blocked. It's blocked. So where they can't see it. So I got to go to video edit and try to damn trim out a segment, whatever copyright I got on the Monday Night Raw watch along live stream from this week. I will be live for WWE Evolve. Yes, I'm still dealing with mental health every day. That shit ain't gonna never go away, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's associated with my autism, and I just realized and found out that I was actually born with mental health. So that actually makes me even more. That actually brings me down even more. Makes me upset and sad and angry even more. That I was born with. That is associated with my autism. ADHD, OCD, and ODD. Has a lot to do with all that. Great. Yay! Mental health me. I wish I was never even born with mental health, honestly. I mean, the autism shit is okay, but like, the autism is okay, but like the mental health shit, no. That's worse than I feel like mental health is worse than autism, ADHD, OCD, ODD. I feel like that's the worst. Trust me, it had an effect on me this morning. Even when I was sitting in the lobby, I kept looking, I kept turning, I kept looking, and I kept having my hand on my freaking head because I was freaking dealing with mental health really bad, like at my job. And then I was thinking, this is my fault. I should have called out, you know. And I definitely take full responsibility for not calling out. That was definitely my fault. Like I'm admitting it again. Like it was my fault. Literally my fault. I take full responsibility and blame for not calling out a word. Like I should have did it. And if I would have did it, none of this shit wouldn't be happening. I wouldn't be getting no attitude, getting mad. Well, I didn't get an attitude, but I got mad because the last batch of chicken came out wrong. But like, I didn't get mad at my general manager though. Like, I just got mad because the way that the last batch of chicken came out. The rest of it looked great, but like. It was just that very last batch. But I was told to clock out, go home early. That's what I did. I ended up sending the laundry because I had to wait on somebody to pick me up to, take me home and let me in the house and stuff. So obviously I'm not gonna say who that somebody is, but yeah. And sometimes I be getting negative comments from people on social media like, oh, you live in your mom's basement, man. Like, sometimes I be trying to ignore stuff like that. I don't even. First of all, this place I live in is not even a basement, it's a house. Just to give everybody a hit to. Just let everybody know. This is actually a house, this is not a basement. I have all the evidence and proof to show that y'all that this house is not a basement. No. Anyways, the direct TV signal's acting up because of the interference of the weather. It just rained and stormed, and it's supposed to rain and storm again tomorrow. Oh my goodness, man. This is a bad time of the season, man. And all this damn weather. Ooh. I hope that rain washes all the damn powder, I'm about to say powder. I hope that rain washes all the pollen away. Really. I really do. But anyways, if you're dealing with mental health every day like I am, you're not alone. I'm dealing with it too. I've been dealing with it my whole life, come to find out. See, I was dealing with it when I was little and I didn't even know until now. Because it had an effect on me this morning. But let's be honest, I've been physically, mentally, and emotionally drained twice before in my life. So, like, that's part of mental health too. Stress and anxiety is another. And then the exercise part and the freaking, sleeping part. think that's where the nightmares come into play. When I be having bad dreams, I think that's part of my mental health too. I think that's normal for mental health, having bad dreams every night. Because I do be having bad dreams every night. I really do. Not good, I know. Not my fault, man. Wait, oh no. Oh no. If Stephanie is dating somebody, my heart's gonna be broken because I really like her. I'm not only a fan of her, but I like her too. Bro. Bro, please. Tell me. Tell me this is not true. People are saying that Stephanie and Miles Bourne are dating. Oh my God. I pray to God this is not. I pray to God that this is not true. But you know what? I still wish for the best for her though. Because that ex-boyfriend of hers, dude, he is still out on bond. He does not deserve to be out on bond. I still believe that Stephanie's ex-boyfriend do not deserve to be out on bond after freaking after freaking just raping her and abusing her and stuff like. Somebody just tweeted out 1 hour ago a photo and a picture of Stephanie and Miles Bourne hugging. Please tell me, somebody please tell me Stephanie and Miles Bourne are not dating. Please tell me they're not. Please convince me that they're not. Nah, I think Miles Bourne is already married though. Nah, Miles Bourne is married, dude. I think if you look it up on Google, it says that he's married. Oh yeah, it definitely says that Miles Bourne is married. Why is people gotta link a photo of Stephanie and Miles Bourne? It clearly says on the internet that he's married. What the fuck? Who tweets out something like that? Who tweets out a photo of Stephanie and Miles Bourne? Oh. I'm pretty sure that was photoshopped. I'm pretty sure this was photoshopped. This had to be a lie. This cannot be true. No. No. Are you serious? You cannot be joking. So you mean to tell me these wrestlers came to NXT, all these wrestlers came to NXT to date each other? I think the pieces are starting to come together. So some sources has suggest that Miles Bourne and Stephanie are dating. Maybe that's one of the reasons why Miles Bourne is getting the push that he's getting, because Stephanie talked to WWE and told them that Miles Bourne, in her eyes, deserves a push and deserves to be NXT champion, just like her, just like she's NXT Women's Champion. Lord Jesus. Eventually, we're going to end up seeing Julia with somebody. Because Kairi's saying she had a baby with somebody. I'm pretty sure Asuka is privately dating somebody. I'm pretty sure she's in a relationship with somebody. Well, which begs the question, is her best friend Julia dating someone in the NXT? I gotta know. Like, is she dating anyone? Well, I heard last year that Julia was single and is looking for a boyfriend. So that's what I heard. That's what I heard last year. So, well, she don't have a boyfriend yet. There you go. Well, you know, I really hope I have somebody special, someone special. I've been wanting someone special for a while. I've been wanting somebody like Stephanie for a long time. I still want me a Latino woman. I'm still waiting on that someone special. I'm still waiting on Facebook. I'm still waiting on the Facebook dating app to connect me with that special someone. I've been on the Facebook dating app, dude. I tried Tinder before, but you know what, man, that Tinder website was nothing but a waste of time. Facebook has matched me with a lot of females in the past, literally. They matched me with some of the most beautifulest females in the past. Except none of them were Latino. The sad part. That's the sad part. Yep. That is true. That is true. Man, just about every single young male and female talent from NXT has dated each other. Literally. Wow. I'm just now finding out. Like, I'm just now noticing. Like, the puzzle pieces are starting to come together. Like, there's a lot of love spreading within the male and female women's divisions in NXT. Hell, they must spread love every Tuesday night. That locker room must be full of love, man. That men and women's locker room. I'm telling you. Dude, I just seen the tweet and I'm just like, what? What? I'm like, what? Stephanie and Miles Bourne dating? No way, this can't be fucking true. I'm looking at the tweet and the photo of Miles Bourne and Stephanie, and I'm looking like, no. This cannot be true. This has got to be some kind of, it's got to be some kind of fake report. It's got to be photoshopped or something, man. That can't be real. That can't be true. Miles Bourne is 25, and Stephanie is like, what, 32? Yeah, she does look like she could be his mom. Seriously. Oh man. I had no idea that I was going to find that out. I had no idea that I was going to find a picture of Miles Bourne and Stephanie floating through the internet by someone that tweeted out the photo of them hugging. By this strange Twitter account. This Twitter X account. I'm still a fan of Stephanie regardless. Shoot, I got a crush on her too. Shoot, I like her too. I saw JD's tweets. He seems to be impressed and like her too. I bet all the men like her. All the men want her. All the men want Stephanie. Shoot, I want Stephanie too. Shit. I'm a huge fan of her. I love what she does, man. Her gimmick is great. Her promos are great. Her in-ring skills are great. She is fucking great. One of my main favorites on the NXT women's division, man, in the NXT women's roster. Why do you think I bought her merch? Why do you think I bought Julia's merch? Julia's another one of my favorites. My main favorites. Why do you think I bought that merch? What is going on with the love? What is going on with the love that's been spreading around, dude, within the male and female NXT locker room? This is getting crazy. Like, I'm surprised. If it's true that Miles Bourne is dating her, he's a fucking lucky. He's the luckiest fucking guy in the world. Literally. Just when I thought my mental health can get any worse. But the tweets are floating around. Okay, so I looked it up on the internet. AL is saying that it's generally assumed that Stephanie Baker is currently single. But the tweets suggest half of the internet wrestling community suggests that she is dating Miles Bourne. What the hell is really going on here? Is it true or not true? I don't know which one to believe. She did have a previous boyfriend that's still out of prison, by the way. 2 of her ex-boyfriends are out of prison, actually. But you know what? I was told, I heard that she was not in no relationship, and I was also told that she wasn't currently in a relationship with anybody. So. Now, if he really split from his wife and he's dating Stephanie, I think it's safe to say that everybody do need to have some respect for him. You know, if it's true that they're dating, then he needs to have some respect. Or everybody needs to have some respect. Yeah. Everybody. Miles Bourne, I can tell Miles Bourne is a respectful man. I mean, but I'm talking about everybody in the wrestling community. Just about. I didn't want to believe it. I seen the tweets floating around. Well, damn. Makes me want a Latino woman even more. Finding out the rumors that Stephanie may be dating about Miles Bourne. Or Miles Bourne may be dating Stephanie, whichever the case may be. Either they're dating or they're not. I believe that's just a friendly hug, because if there was a photo of Miles Bourne and Stephanie kissing, that would indicate that yes, they are dating. But no. The fact that they are hugging each other, this is not any indication of them. They are not dating. They're not dating. Stephanie is still single. Miles Bourne is still with that other woman. There's no way he's dating her. This picture just shows them friendly hugging each other. To me, that's what it shows. That's what it shows to me. Nothing more, nothing less. And you know what? Miles Bourne is deaf. And she's Chilean. Well, Stephanie speaks English. She not only speaks Chilean, she speaks English too. So it would definitely be, because Miles Bourne speaks English and Stephanie speaks English. Chilean is not her only language. She speaks Spanish too. Don't forget. She speaks standard and normal Spanish too. She can even speak Mexican Spanish if she wants to, or even Puerto Rican Spanish if she wanted to. Well, it could be true that they are. I think Stephanie may be the reason why Miles Bourne is on top. This may be the reason, man. I don't know. Him dating could be the reason why he's on top, man. Because why was Miles Bourne on top the first week? Like, it just something just seemed odd about Miles Bourne being on top, being the top babyface in the division, and then finding this out, like, oh, it's really bothering me, and I gotta stop letting it bother me. The fact that somebody would tweet out showing a photo of Stephanie and Miles Bourne hugging each other, that's just, I feel like it's just disrespectful, and I feel like there's no reason why they should be inappropriately just showing a photo of Miles Bourne and Stephanie hugging. Man, what's the sense in all of that? He's already married, dude. I looked up the internet and it says that he's married. What the fuck? God, these fucking IWC community people are some of these. Ugh. Some of these wrestling fans in the IWC community are just delusional as fuck. I literally looked it up and it says that he's married. People have no common sense at all. But why? Why would he invite Stephanie? But then again, why would Stephanie get invited to Miles Bourne's party or family gathering or whatever? I'm done with this. The whole reason why that main event tag team match was the best match of the night, all because of Stephanie. All because of one person, Stephanie. I know I've said her name so many times. I'm still trying to find someone special, my true love, man. Damn. Everybody is dating. A whole bunch of my friends are in relationships too. People I went to school with are in relationships. Everywhere you go, it's either somebody you know or somebody you got interest in that's already dating this person or broke up this person or dating that person, you know. Yeah. A lot of people in the comments are saying he's married. Even I said he's married. So this person said that Miles Bourne deleted all their pictures together. The woman that he was allegedly married to. And he covered up a tattoo of her name, and it's odd that the only woman he invited to a family gathering, Stephanie, not his wife. This account named Smesh Hubby on X. All I want to say is, it should have been me. Damn it. Well, at least she reposted. At least she reposted my quote tweet that I quote tweeted. Remember that Ringside News tweeted out and said that the NXT viewership increased? The only reason why the viewership increased was because of one person. Again, Stephanie. Weird answer. Or not weird answer, but simple answer. Yeah, I vaped a lot. I can't even get. I can't even talk right, dude. I vaped a lot. Man. Yeah, I think everybody already know that I was going to be coming into the live stream buzzed and high as hell. Yeah, just that. Definitely that. I'm going outside to vape all over again, too. And then probably eat some ice cream and go to bed. Pretty soon, Oba Femi's probably going to be in a relationship with somebody in NXT. A lot of these talents, all these talents are going to be dating. Now, is dating going to be banned in WWE? Is female talents in WWE going to be banned from dating WWE male talents? Nah. I don't think it's going to happen. Not a chance in hell that's happening. Somebody retweeted and said, "Mom, the Roman Reigns verified account that followed me on X, he tweeted out, quote tweeted and said, Miles Bourne stays winning." just like some of the internet wrestling community people stay being funny and stay being hilarious as fuck, making people laugh. Yeah, that part. Julia is still single. How the fuck did I just see a tweet? I still can't get off of the fact that I saw a tweet from a X account showing a photo of Stephanie and Miles Bourne hugging each other. And the woman that was in front of the photo happened to be Miles Bourne's mom, according to some of the people that commented, that replied to his tweet, showing the photo of them hugging. At least. It took me by surprise. Like, that tweet just randomly came. That photo of Stephanie and Miles Bourne shown by this X account, it randomly came up on my freaking feed. It came up on the X app. Randomly came up on my screen, and I just paused, wait a minute. What? They can't be dating. That's impossible. There's no way. There's no source. There's no proof. Nothing. There's no video showing them dating and kissing. I can't believe it, man. Now people are saying he's married, and a lot of people are saying he's not married. So is it that Miles Bourne's married or not married? Make up your freaking minds, idiots online. Jesus. Make up your minds, for real. Either he's married or he's not. Ugh. I had no idea Stephanie was dating him, dude. I think people are lying. I think people are spreading misinformation. I still don't think they're dating. I don't. Miles Bourne is married, dude. It says it on the internet. But see, the people in the wrestling community can't make up their mind as to whether he's married or not. They keep saying, a lot of them keep saying he's married, and a lot of them keep saying he's not. Why are we talking about that when we should be talking about, why are they talking about that when the internet wrestling community should be talking about this week's episode of NXT Tonight that delivered a mid-C+ show, believe it or not. And the best match of the entire night, obviously, I've said it 1,000 times, and I'm going to say it again. The main event women's tag team match with Stephanie and Jordan Grace versus Fallen Henley and JC James. Stephanie's not going to be happy about this. Stephanie or Miles Bourne is not going to be happy about these X accounts tweeting out a photo of them hugging together. Like, why would this X account do something like that? Like, that's just not right to me, man. I feel like it's disrespectful, man. Like, I feel like it's just disrespectful really showing that shit. If you don't know something, don't tweet it out, dude. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm out of here, folks. I'll see you guys live for Evolve episode 12. Till then, good night. Oh, one last thing. I really hope I have that special someone soon. I've been wanting a girlfriend I've been wanting a real life girlfriend my entire life. My whole life I've been single. My whole life I've been dealing with mental health. My whole life I've been born with autism, ADHD, and OCD. My whole life I've been going through a lot. Don't forget, y'all. After I lost my father, man, I wasn't the same. I was a totally different person. I change all the time. And that's one of the many reasons why I have different personalities, because I change a lot, dude. I have mood swings. I have emotionalness. I get emotional. I have mood swings. I get mad. I get attitude sometimes. Like, I be trying to get attitude of mostly dudes and not females, because I don't want to be looking. I don't want females to see me. I don't want them seeing me looking, I don't want to be looked at as the weak one arguing with females, because I don't argue with females. A real man don't argue with females, man. And I feel like I'm a real man, and I don't do that stuff. Like, if anything, I'd rather hang with females than males, honestly. That's one of the reasons why I want someone special in my life. I want a special female in my life. Like, I always wanted a Latino woman, and I always wanted to live in Colombia too. That's always been my dream too. Because there's some Colombian models down there that I know, that I've been talking to, that I know, that I've met online. And believe me, most of them already know me. Already. What surprised me this week on Monday Night Raw was the fact that they broke Julia and Roxanne Perez up. I thought that was not a good decision. I thought they should have kept them together. Somebody tweeted out. Oh my God, these people in the internet wrestling community are hilarious, man. I'm telling you. Some Twitter account known as X, some X account just tweeted out 8 hours ago and said, "Eat sand, you dumb prick." Oh my God. Somebody picked that Julia. Somebody tweeted out and said, "Whoop, look at that bitch braids." That is not right. Julia has beautiful braids, man. For somebody to be tweeting that out and calling her the B word, that's just not nice, man. That's just not right. That crossed the line. I'm glad some of these X accounts got at this X account for saying what he said, or she, whoever behind the account, saying what they said about Julia's braids. I love Julia with the braids, and I even love Julia with the natural hair. I love Julia with the braids and natural hair. I love Julia's babyface and heel character. I don't know what the hell wrong with this X account talking bad stuff about her braids, man. Like, put some respect in Julia's name. She's a former NXT Women's Champion. She was one of the main stars that carried that NXT Women's division. And don't get me wrong, Roxanne Perez did too. I think Stephanie carried it better, honestly. Stephanie and Julia both carried it better. I don't blame Tatum Paxley for actually being emotional and upset. I think the fact that Tatum Paxley don't have Gigi Dolan and Shotzi no more is probably going to lead to her asking for her release. We're definitely getting a dark, unhinged heel Tatum Paxley really, really soon. I think Tatum Paxley, I can see her getting a push. I don't see her going on the main roster no time, so I can see her getting a push. I can see her being one of the newest top heels in the NXT Women's Division, probably by either the end of this year or next year. They're not going to push her right now. Probably because they don't think she's ready. Damn, man. Whoever Stephanie is privately dating, whether it's Miles Bourne or somebody, whoever she's dating, dude, they gotta be the luckiest guy in the world. Seriously. For real. I don't know which one to believe, though. At first, I believe that Miles Bourne is married, and I believe that Stephanie's still single. People are just saying stuff, saying this, saying that. Oh, there goes my mental edge again. Okay. I'm done this time, folks. Damn, I need Stephanie. I need a Latina woman, man. Every time I see a couple together, my mental health gets worse, and I get down even more because I want a girlfriend. I want somebody to change my life. I want a new chapter with that particular woman, you know. Stephanie came on TV looking sexy as hell, looking beautiful. Damn. Oh. Oh my God. Stephanie was the beautifulest that she ever looked on TV. The beautifulest that she's ever looked on TV. The finest that she's ever looked. I'm getting off here, guys. Good night. See you guys for Evolve episode 12 tomorrow night. My mental health is going to continue to be bad. It's going to continue to take an effect in me until the day I freaking die, unfortunately. Especially after hearing that I was born with it. I'm out.